Hello everyone, we are from Tutorial 3 Group 1 and in this video we are going to be answering and discussing about the questions in our two case studies, the training better managers and managing without managers.
So let me summarize the key points about this Walmart case application. Firstly, Walmart is the largest retail company in the world with more than 11,700 stores. Because of this huge scale, the company needs strong management to keep operation running smoothly. Secondly, Walmart has a very strong international presence, operating in 28 countries. This global reach gives the company many opportunities, but also creates challenges that require skilled managers who understanding different markets. Thirdly, the company has an extremely large workforce, around 2.3 million employees worldwide. Managing such a big number of workers make effective leadership and proper training very important. Fourth, Walmart is often involved in employee-related issues such as wage and sick leave policies. Since it is the largest private employer in the US, this issue can affect its reputation and make management training even more necessary. The fifth point is Walmart introduced the Walmart Academy in 2016. This program provides structured training for new and lower level managers to help them handle their responsibilities more effectively.
Hi everyone, I'm Mohammed Fitri and I'll continue presenting the case application 1 summary. Point 6. Helping managers grow their career. Walmart training aims to help new managers perform better, build confidence, and develop long-term careers in the company. It also reduces the common challenge that many new managers face. Point 7. Comprehensive skill training. The program provides a full range of skills including merchandising, ordering, inventory control, communication, leadership, and motivating employees. These skills are essential for running a store effectively. Point 8. Improving customer experience. The main purpose of the training is to ensure customers have a consistently positive shopping experience. With strong competition from online shopping platforms like Amazon, Walmart wants its physical store to stand out. Point 9. Huge investment in employees. Walmart invested $2.7 billion into training and rising wage. This shows the company commitment to improving employee performance and engagement. And lastly, point 10. Addressing manager training problem. Many companies fail to train their new managers. 58% receive no training and nearly half fail in the first management role. Walmart's structured training helped reduce their failures and produce more capable leaders. In conclusion, this point shows that Walmart's investment in training not only build stronger managers but also improve customer experience and support the company's long-term success.
Hi, my name is Mia. Why would a company want lower level management positions to be more successful in their career? First, enhance employees' motivation and engagement. Managers who are confident and skilled can motivate their team, leading to happiness and more productive employees. Second, improve efficiency and effectiveness. Better trained managers can handle operations, merchandising, ordering, and inventory control more efficiently. This leads to smoother store operations and improved performance. Third, adaptation to competitive pressures. With a rising companies like Amazon, Walmart need a skilled managers who can create a pleasant shopping experience that can differentiate them from other
Hello
brands.
everyone, my name is Hidayah Aisha binti Hassan Termizi and today I am going to discuss on question 111 which examines the strategic benefits and operational challenges in a large-scale training institute, referring to the Walmart Academy as mentioned in the case study. We begin by evaluating the benefits that justify Walmart's multi-billion-dollar investment in this training. First and foremost, manager the benefits is managerial competency and skill refinement. The program is designed to elevate core competencies. It ensures managers receive advanced retail skills, which are crucial for maintaining consistency across the global network. These skills include merchandising, ordering, and inventory control. Furthermore, the curriculum enhances vital managerial skills like promoting better communication and teaching techniques for motivating employees. This approach directly targets the documented high failure rate among first time managers. Second of all, the benefit is operational uplift and customer focus. By professionalizing the management team with these enhanced skills, the academic facilitates both operational efficiency and a superior customer experience. The training is key to employees becoming more attentive towards customers, which is very essential for Walmart, which is in a fiercely competitive market against e-commerce companies. Ultimately, standardizing these high-level practices across thousands of locations is paramount to improve operational efficiency company-wide. And that's all for the benefits we gain from the now training. We are discussing on the challenges faced by this training program. And investment of the skill is not without its difficulties. Our first challenge focuses on scale and logistics. More than 150,000 store supervisors and department managers have gone through the weeks-long training since the academic inception. Simply organizing the time, the travel, and the instructors for these many employees and pulling them away from the stores is a massive logistical operation that can temporarily disrupt the operations. Second of all, the second set of the challenge deals with finance and executions. It is actually a massive financial investment in this training program, and Walmart must constantly monitor the program to ensure that the increased efficiency and reduced turnover justify the billion spent. This is very critical factor for the shareholders. Finally, we have the most common challenge in all corporate training, which is transferring the learning or theory to the store floor. Managers learn ideal methods in the classroom, but they must return to a high-stress, real-world environment, ensuring they consistently apply those new behaviors rather than reverting to the old habits. Is actually the hardest part of making the academy a true success. In conclusion, the Walmart Academy is a very strategic move that offers huge benefits and customer service, but it carries equally huge challenge in cost, logistics, and ensuring that the training translates into lasting change in the store. That's all for the challenge.
Hello everyone! Today we need to answer a big question. What new topic should we put in the Walmart academic training? We want to make sure our managers are ready for the future retail. My ideas follow three ways we look at what managers do: skills, roles, and function. We check that all our ideas fit one of these three parts. Today's retail need managers who are good at thinking about big ideas, using tools, and being a good leader of people. We have three main training ideas based on this framework. The first one is digital leadership. Retail is quickly changing to use more online and technology. Our manager must learn about digital strategy, not just daily work. This helps their conceptual skills. They learn to see big picture and plan for online shopping and store shopping together. This also helps with planning and organizing how to use money and people for new technology. The second idea is data-driven decision making. We cannot use only our feelings or guess something. Manager must use facts from data. This helps build their technical skills. They learn to use our data tools well. This is very important and very important for their decisional roles and the controlling function. It helps them also find problem fast,
fix things quickly, and make good choice about product, staff, and price effectively. Last, we must remember about the people. So our third idea is conflict resolution and emotional intelligence. This training is key to make their human skills better to talk well with all types of staff. They support their interpersonal roles and the leading function. It helps them solve team fight, make a safe team environment, keep staff longer, and helps team work better.
Question 13. Many college graduates are reluctant to pursue a career in a retail organization, even at the world's largest. Discuss how a company like Walmart could attract talented graduates. So, I will explain 3 strategies that companies can use to attract talented graduates and retain new employees effectively. The first strategy is providing development training for new employees. When a company invests in structured training programs, such as leadership development and mentoring, it shows a strong commitment to employee growth. For example, Walmart's Global Academic Program trains new managers through hands-on learning, mentoring sessions, and leadership workshops. This kind of development pathway builds a confident and prepares graduates for future managerial roles. When graduates see clear opportunities to grow, they are more motivated to join and stay with the company. The second strategy is building an employer image that contributes to social and community value. Today's young graduates prefer organizations that stand for something meaningful. By engaging in community projects and supporting volunteer programs, companies shows that they care more about the society, not just a profit. This responsible image strongly attracts socially conscious graduates seeking purpose organization. The third strategy is offering attractive reward and benefits. Competitive salaries alone are no longer enough. Companies should offer additional benefits such as health coverage, wellness programs, and recognition for achievement. These rewards help employees feel more valued, motivated, and more loyal to the company. In summary, graduates today are looking for more than just a job. They want growth, purpose, and meaningful appreciation. By offering strong development training, building a positive employer image, providing attractive reward and benefits, retail companies can successfully attract and retain high potential talent. Thank you. So I will
Hi everyone,
explain 3
I'm Mohammed Fitri, and today I will discuss about does an organization have an ethical responsibility to assist new managers transition into their position. To answer the question, yes, organizations do have an ethical responsibility to assist new managers as they transition to their roles. Supporting them is not only fair, but it also benefits the organization in many ways. Here are 3 key benefits of giving this support. First of all, faster adaptation. Starting a new managerial role can be challenging. Managers need to understand new expectations, learn process, and get used to workplace dynamics. Without support, they might feel lost or unsure about what to do. But when the organization provides guidance, mentoring, and clear instruction, they can adapt faster, understand how the team works, and start contributing effectively much sooner. Second, better performance. Proper guidance also leads to better performance. When new managers know exactly what is expected of them, they can make informed decisions and lead their team confidently. This benefits not only the managers themselves, but also the team and the organization, because everyone is clear about goals and work more efficiently. Lastly, higher motivation and positive culture. Finally, existing new managers shows that the organization values them. It prevents feeling of pressure or being left alone, and encourage them to stay motivated and engaged. At the same time, it helps build a healthy, productive culture where trust and collaboration thrive. Supporting managers in this way strengthens the whole organization. So in short, organizations have an ethical responsibility to assist new managers because it leads to faster adaptation, better performance and higher motivation with a positive culture. By supporting managers, the organization helps both individuals and teams succeed. I'll now hand over to the next presenter.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Haziki Kwan and I will be presenting the second case applications. So this case application discuss how Spotify manages organizations using the managing without managers approach. It explains how Spotify structured its teams such as squads, tribes, chapters, and guilds to operate with more autonomy and less hierarchy. So the first one is the establishment of Spotify, which is launched in 2008 by Daniel Ek, who seek to revolutionize the music industry and shifting consumers from buying music to streaming it for a fee. The second one is Spotify management style. Spotify uses a flat management style, a much modern approach to management without hierarchies. The third one is Squad. So squad are small cross-functional teams who work in a different aspects and features of the app. And the fourth one, which is the tribes. So tribes are group of squad working on a similar areas. For example, squad who work on a web services are a different tribe than those who work on the mobile applications. And the fifth one is the product owners. So product owners are responsible for overlooking the squad's work, progress, and ensuring that they align to the initial goals.
Hi, my name is Sia Jiawei, and I'll summarize how management works at Spotify. Spotify uses a modern structure built around squads, tribes, chapters, and guilds. For number 6, chapters. Chapters are groups of people who share the same skills. They meet to discuss best practices, solve problems together, and improve how they work. For number 7, guilds. Guilds bring together people from different tribes and share one common interest. Unlike chapters, guilds are informal and self-managed, and they usually focus on passion projects or specific projects. For number 8, the autonomy of Spotify's structure. Spotify also gives their squads and tribes a high level of autonomy. They operate independently within their very little traditional management. This helps the company to move fast and make quick decisions. For number 9, let's talk about the advantages of this structure. There are a few clear advantages. The structure encourages innovation, supports the creativity, and allows Spotify to adapt quickly to change. However, let's look at number 10, challenges. However, this model also comes with its own set of challenges. Too much freedom can lead to inconsistencies or teams misusing their autonomy. So, not everything is rainbow and sunshine. Overall, Spotify's approach shows how a flexible structure can boost innovation, but it can also requires strong discipline and alignment in order for them to succeed. Let's talk about question 115. Who undertakes management at Spotify? Spotify uses a non-traditional approach when managing their employees. This organization has a structure that is built around 4 elements: squads, tribes, chapters, and guilds. For squads, they are small teams that work similarly to startup businesses. Without a manager, everybody works together to solve problems. They have a product owner who ensures that the team prioritizes their work. Referring to the image on the left of this slide, they are the employees who are grouped together vertically. Number 2, tribes. Tribes are groups of squads that work on similar areas. For example, squads that work on the mobile application would be grouped together, while the squads that work on the PC version would be grouped together to ensure a more efficient workflow. By referring to the image on the left of this slide, the tribes are the squads that are grouped together to form a huge tribe. Next, let's talk about chapters. Chapters are groups of people who have a similar skills that work in multiple squads, but they are still within one tribe. You can refer to the picture on the left of this slide for more clarification. You will see that the chapters are the employees that are grouped together horizontally, and they are from different squads, but they are still from the same tribe. Last but not least, guilds. What are guilds? Guilds are informal cross-tribes communities of people who share alike interests. They are self-managed and voluntarily. Guilds typically work on things like sharing knowledge, setting best practices, and solving common problems across the whole company. Referring to the image inserted, it is shown that guilds are formed when people from different tribes unite. They work for the greater good of the company. And that's all from me today. Thank you very much.
A very good morning to everyone. My name is Alvin Dong, and today I will present case study 2, question 1.16. Due to the limited space of the slide, I would like to divide the question into 2 sub-questions in 2 slides that will be presented by me and my roommate. So, let's get back to your question. How might Spotify manage poorly performing individuals or teams? In my point of view, there are some approaches that might be taken by Spotify in dealing with poorly performing individuals. Firstly, Spotify can manage poorly performing individuals through product owner in squads. Spotify organizes the employees into 4 main groups, which are squads, tribe, chapters, and guild. Squads in Spotify have no manager but a product owner whose job to ensure that work is prioritized across the squads. They act as a coordinator or an informal supervisor, which they oversees their co-workers who are less self-disciplined, guide them to a respect job, as well as making sure that everyone is contributing their efforts towards the same goals. For example, in Spotify, they can manage poorly performing individuals by implementing continuous planning and one-to-one coaching. Product owners in Spotify are expected to act as a player coach where they are responsible for mentoring one non-manager employee in every one-to-one coaching seasons. During the coaching seasons, they will be discussing about current project case status to future ambitions, as well as the challenges the employee is facing. So, product owner in Spotify might be able to provide continuous coaching and feedback to those poorly performing individuals in order to keep them motivated and ensure their loyalty to Spotify for the whole time. Other than that, in the Spotify model, employees work in cross-functional squads and report to their respective product owner. However, sometimes a product owner might not be the best person to evaluate all of the team members' day-to-day technical performance in his or her squads, especially when there are few numbers of employees with different skills and professional. So to overcome these issues, Spotify system heavily relies on peer feedback, which you can call constructive peer feedback. Employees can provide feedback to one another, and also they can ask for peer feedback from anyone who are in Spotify organizations, such as colleagues and teammates. In this situation, people are more willing to give honest but constructive criticisms to their coworkers who are less self-disciplined, so they can boost their job performance. Also, team members can provide support to one another so everyone feels more motivated. Furthermore, I would like to talk about one of the techniques that are carried out by Spotify, which are development talks. Spotify will have 2 development talks for every year, focusing on employee growth and personal development. These development talks aim to match the company needs and goals with employees' long-term ambition. Every employee owns and drives their development talks. So, in my opinion, They can initiate meetings by inviting those poorly performing individuals, and together they can discuss about discuss about the Spotify future plans, such as how can they align the long-term ambition with Spotify future plans or future goals, in as well as the personal growth of the poorly performing individuals. Therefore, this may improve their job performance, motivate them to increase their work quality as well as their productivity. That's all from me. Thank you everyone, and I would like to pass my presentation to my roommate.
Hello again. So I'll be continuing the previous presenter. Since that we have now know how the Spotify manage its poor performing individuals or teams, we have to look at whether the Spotify management approach itself could become a problem, since the system relies heavily on autonomy and managing without managers. It is important for us to look at the risks arise from this structure. So to answer these questions, the answer would be yes. The first reason would be the management system adopted by Spotify gives a lot of freedom and autonomy. So there will be a possibility of it being misused, and if it's happened, the poor performing might go unnoticed and unaddressed, since there is no strict manager to oversee and take any corrective actions. Consequently, without the clear supervisions, some members would maybe lose focus, and it sometimes can lead to a laziness, especially those who lack self-discipline. The second reason is that it may slow down the decision-making process. So this could affect Spotify in several aspects, such as time-consuming, high resource waste, and lower the goal attainment. Whereas Spotify might be having low position in competing with other competitors like Apple Music, Joox Music, and YouTube Music, especially in this fast-paced generation where consumers' interests frequently swing one from another. Spotify should act fast in order to provide greater customer value and satisfaction to maintain its position in this digital music industry. So the last reason is that this kind of problem may also negatively affect or ruin the working culture in Spotify. It is because the high-performing individuals might feel frustrated, unfair, undervalued, while they are taking the same responsibility to the missions just like everyone else. Thus, these high-performing coworkers may also feel less motivated, and this may and can result in low productivity and effectiveness in Spotify. So to conclude these questions, yes, the Spotify managerless structure does promote creativity, flexibility, and innovation, but it is also bring several risks that can negatively impact the performance, the decision making, and the working culture. So the Spotify needs to balance autonomy with proper accountability to ensure a long-term success. Thank you. That's all from me.
Hi everybody, my name is Nurul Hana binti Anwar, and I will be answering question 17 of the second case study. So my question reads, are there any similarities to traditional management in Spotify? So based on my thorough observation of the case, I have personally concluded that yes, there are quite a few elements which relates quite closely to traditional management, but they are very minimal. So let me first briefly explain the type of organizational structure that Spotify uses. So Spotify uses a quite modern approach to organizational structure, which is they use a flat organizational structure, which means that hierarchies and managerial roles aren't as necessary as they are in most corporate companies out there. But although so, Spotify does have a few rules which I personally think relates quite closely with traditional management. Now let's have a look at them. Firstly, we have product owners. So, product owners are basically responsible for ensuring the prioritization of work progress among staffs. Basically, what they do is they make sure that work is being prioritized and work is being done among their squads. So, although this role isn't exactly managerial, we can still sense some elements of authority. Um, Next on the list is we have chapters. Chapters are individuals who get together with other chapters from different squads. And what they do is they basically discuss and exchange ideas, problems, issues with each other. So chapters are also responsible for overlooking the staff's development, their pay, and their progression of work, which shows us a clear line of management, same as the traditional management, as we all know. So basically, from the points that I've explained, it pretty much shows that Spotify still uses some, but very minimal elements of traditional management, which I personally think is quite necessary, and it's quite healthy and essential, as it could help prevent unnecessary work delays, interruptions, and disputes among coworkers. So that concludes my answer. Thank you very much. That is all from me.
Hello everyone, my name is Farah Bialif Nofal, and right now I'm gonna answer the next question, which is question number 18. So basically, the question states that, do you think that this approach at management will be effective at another company? So the most clear and short answer to this is depends. So let's take a look about what Spotify is as a company. Spotify uses a transferability type of managing. It has 4 different groups which has their unique names such as squads, tribes, guilds, stuff like that, and all of them work on different projects that will ultimately need to be collaborated, so it will create a more effective way to produce task, to produce an outcome. So why is that? Spotify is a creative, tech-driven, and fast-paced company. That's the key to why this kind of managing is effective and actually needed in this type of company such as Spotify. Now let's take a look at an older company such as banking, consulting firms, and any other company that is related to those. Well, I will say that this is not as effective and will actually make all the projects in there go whack or very messy. Why will I say that? Because an older company requires more sustainability than a fast-paced tech-driven company like Spotify. It requires a great long-term that really relies on their success. So there are a very low-risk company such as like consulting, banking. It's an older company that needs to be heavily supervised, that needs a little bit of hierarchy in there, and what makes this type of managing of Spotify cannot be fitted in an older traditional way of managing in the company like banking. So the final answer is, does this approach of managing effective at other company? If it's a tech-driven, fast-paced company like Spotify, yes. But an older company like banking, consulting, the answer is not as effective. Thank you so much.